You know, I didn't know that I could write books. And when I was 30 and became a millionaire from so doing, I got a big contract to write a book about the Beatles, and it went around the world and was a bestseller. So they came and said, "What do you want to do next?" And I said, I said, the whole thing was a fluke. Well, let me go find John Lennon's sister. Nobody really knew at that time that John Lennon had a sister, Julia, horrible person, or at least, yeah, she's trying to make as much money out as she can out of it. All right, fair enough, but she wasn't very good to me. Anyway, I found John Lennon's sister, and nobody knew that John Lennon had a sister, and I got a contract like that. And then I said to her, "Why don't you ask Paul McCartney to write the foreword?" Well, she said, "I haven't seen him since he was like 12, and they used to practice 'Love, Love Me Do' in the front room with my mother, Julia." Another song from the White Album, Julia,
Mm-hmm.
Julia. So well, okay, yeah, okay, but try. Uh, Why? Because it'll make a lot more money for us if Paul McCartney's involved and writes an introduction. So she sent the letter, and it was mixed in with fan mail. And the secretary said, "Paul, sorry to disturb you, love, but I've got this letter here. It says it's John Lennon's sister. What's the name?" "Julia." "Julia? What's the last name then?" "Baird." "Let me see that." And so because he thought it was like, I'm sure he gets crazy letters, right?
Yeah.
So it turned out he got in touch with her, and then they wrote the book together, and he wrote the foreword. And it's like people were just like, all right, Mike, bring the truck up to the house and dump money into my front door. Once Paul McCartney attached himself to the project, it was like, holy shit. It was before the internet. I get telegrams, "Call London immediately." And I'd run down to wherever I could make the call. And Geoffrey, what? You can't make yourself so difficult. We're making money here. Do you understand? So we made a lot of money from that, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. We split everything 50-50, but I fell out with Julia because she's not easy. Hustler, really. And 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 and
Hustlers.
and and I'd know one when I saw one. And
Mhm.
and then I just continued to write books.